Why should I be given the job? Oh, because I have the right assets for the job.
Stop getting the wrong advice. Want a job in the Middle East? Contact Loy Macedo.
Started to rain. It was just sunny just now when I was running. Now it started to rain. Anyways, thought I'd give you a couple of updates for what I received with regards to UAE. The first one, which I think would be interesting to know, is Ras Al Khaimah is in talks with holding the Salik, the Salik Gate, toll gate, like how you have in Dubai and how Abu Dhabi tried to implement. So Ras Al Khaimah is planning to implement that very soon. So you'll have a toll gate there. Initially they'll start off with one. It seems they tried it before, but it didn't work out. So now they're experimenting to see how they can implement this. Initially it'll just be two, from the main place where you come in and out. And then following that, they will decide on key locations which are most visited. Obviously, they're not going to pitch in that they have to cut down on what the fuck you call that, traffic, because there's hardly any traffic. Abu Dhabi, they said they would start it next year, even though it was implemented this year, and they decided, okay, we will implement it. But then, one thing led to another, COVID-19, and then they said next year. So it seems they're planning out, because if you actually look at it, it's August. Look at that. See, here it is cloudy, there it is sunshine. So these clouds will just pass by, and then it'll be hot sunshine again. Anyway, okay. So if you actually look at it, it's August, September, October, November, December, 4 months. So obviously you have to plan out for the next quarter. I also spoke to a couple of my friends in multinational companies. They're already gearing up for next year. So recruitment for multinational companies, they'll be streamlining their requirements, taking down key positions, what they need, seeing if they can fill it up internally within their own organization, and if they don't have internally, they will start to float these inquiries through newspaper channels or recruitment agencies, or through the grapevine. Basically they'll be headhunting now. So if you are multinational caliber, start preparing now. 4 months they're going to start employing people. Then who else? Oh, by the way, congrats to people who applied and got jobs. I'm still, I still kind of get surprised. I mean, on one hand you have jobs being lost, other hand you have people getting jobs. So that's good. One of the guys who I know personally, I've known him for years and years. I seriously never thought he would get a job. It started to rain more. I seriously never thought he would get a job. I mean, he was with the same company for 20 plus years. So when his visa renewal came, he shocked the owner by telling him, I'm not planning to continue. And he actually got an increase, He got what? I think 25% increase. So I was like, wow, okay. No, and don't worry, he didn't take my service. Yeah, the people who interact with me and deal with me, who know me for ages and ages, we all are kind of a different breed. We plan out like 4-5 years in advance. So this guy got the job through networking, and no, he didn't have to even make his resume. Then you remember I was telling you about these people, clients who pay money and tell me, if you have any CV, send it across. So I was talking to this Malayali guy. He's a mid-range businessman. I mean, he has enough and more money where if he chooses not to work, he doesn't have to worry for... why is this today? If he chooses not to work, he doesn't have to work for the next, I think 20 years. He doesn't need to work. He has enough money. Means he lives a simple life. So he's a businessman. He paid me for getting some right candidates and right CVs, and also to support my work. So we were talking in the night, and he told me, Loy, you know these people who apply and they give you sob stories. So I said, yeah. He's saying, when giving sob stories, they are very good. They will say that they gave their 100% to the organization, they got replaced, the employer didn't pay them the salary, and you know, they'll portray themselves as a victim. He's saying, and their CV, you look at it, okay, fine, you want to give them a chance. He's saying, after you give them a chance, you realize, you know, they're just crooks, you know, they're just crooks. Like, he used the term kamchor. They're just bloody crooks. They don't work. They are into gossiping. Some of them don't even know the job. So he's saying, he told me, after spending all that money, 3 months, giving them an opportunity, total waste. Oh, it's raining heavy. I can actually listen to rain. Very heavy rain. That's bloody interesting, man. See, sunlight here. This is sunlight. Cloudy, where it's cloudy there. It's raining there. Oh yes, I can see rain. See, I can see rain. It's going to rain now. I think it's going to rain. It's coming this side. It's coming this side. So you can hear? You can't hear. Well, now you'll see the rain. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. This is a nice one. Watch, the rain will come now. So, see, it's raining. So, see, it's raining. Oh, bloody hell. Better come. Okay, so what I was saying was, what he was telling me is they portray themselves as innocent, as hardworking, as people who have been victimized and all. But after giving this person a chance, he said the person bloody kamchor, didn't do any work and was talking all fucking shit, gossiping, and came late, and he's saying didn't do the work properly. So he's like, Loy, you know, they give you big sob stories. Oh, I worked hard and I'm dedicated and this and that. And he's saying the reason why some of them lose their jobs, some, he didn't say all, is because they are bloody idiots, man. They're seriously idiots. So, you know, I kind of empathize with them, because what happens is many people, when they... rain stopped. Many people, when they send me their CVs, they'll always say, oh, Lo, you know, I worked so many years and this and that. In fact, today I got a CV. Lady who says, I worked with Emirates Airlines for 30 years. I gave them my blood, sweat and tears. My salary was 45,000. Oh, now I'm without a job. Lo, can you help me? I send her my charges. Okay, you want me to give you a professional service? These are my charges. Then she responded by saying, Loy, you know, all these years I worked so hard, I saved the money, but then unfortunately someone cheated me of all my money, Loy. Today I'm in need. I promise you, if I get a job, I will not only help you, I'll support your channel, I'll support your work. And then she went on, your daughter is so beautiful, she's so sweet, God bless you. Please, Loy, help me. Today I'm in need, I have children to take care of, I'm a single mother, this, that, oh. So let me get this straight. 30 years you enjoyed a salary of maybe $10,000 or $15,000, okay? 30 years of your life, enjoyed big salary, big position, went for holidays, enjoyed a great time, had great fun. Your children study in the premium school. the absolute fucking premium. Okay? And now you want me to help you for free. Why? Because after I helped you, no, because, you know, times are tough now. You enjoyed life, but times are tough. So when you enjoyed life, you enjoyed life. Now when it's paining you a little bit, oh, other people are supposed to help you for free. So after you get back on your feet and enjoy life again, you'll be charitable and give people, here, take money. Nice. The sense of entitlement. Oh, help me for free. Hey, help me for free. Yeah, my father pays my bills here. My mother funds my lifestyle. My relatives take care of my wife and children. They are shameless. They say, no, and your videos are so amazing. They inform me so many things. Yeah, motherfucker, it bloody takes me 6 to 8 hours to fucking make a video, to edit, to research. Takes me sometimes 2 weeks of work. Yeah, and you're enjoying it for free, right? So enjoy it for free and shut the fuck up. Don't ask me for more. Fucking hell. And then today, what? I got another guy. It's surprising. You know, his friend got a job. He didn't get a job. Now his friend is Indian. I didn't know, but like both of them had applied for the same job. Okay? So his friend got the job. This guy didn't get the job and he was pissed off with me. And he was even more pissed off that I didn't respond to him after the initial, you know, I asked people to send me your CVs. So after they sent the CVs, I acknowledged the CV. But his friend not only got the acknowledgement that I forwarded the CV, he got a call from the guy. He got a call, I don't know whether he's going to get the job or whatever. So this guy, he's African. He was angry with me that you're bloody racist. What? You only supported your Indian because he is your Kabayan, he's your brother. And you're treating me like shit. And now you're not answering my messages. He's saying, why don't you just say you're racist? What am I supposed to do if the guy prefers to employ an Indian national? There's always a tendency, an Indian guy will employ an Indian guy. I mean, why you blaming me for it, man? And I'm not talking to you or anybody else for that matter because I'm fucking busy. People, you know, problem with people is... And then, what else? Yeah, ridiculous questions. Like yesterday, one guy, he sends me a photograph that looked like he's a construction worker. Okay? Seriously, he sends me a photograph that makes him look like a construction worker. He's asking for a senior position. And then he's asking me, do you think I'm not getting a job because of my photograph? Yes, of course, you know that. You're sending your photograph and you're sending it like a laborer, expecting to get a manager's position. You know that and you're asking me. I mean, if you had to go for a date to impress a girl, I'm pretty sure you'd have done a much better job. Anyway. Okay, last if not the least, with regards to jobs, people are going to be asked to leave UAE, those who do not have their documents in place or visas, or those who don't have jobs. There's no more amnesty, there's no more second chances. You'll be asked to leave. Apart from that, I told you, there are jobs. Basic jobs, if you are average and you have average skills, and there are too many people with your skill level, they will offer you jobs, but at 20 to 40% less. There are at times even people are abusing this by offering people, I mean, unbelievably low salaries. And just in case you know, those of you who think, oh, I'll go back to India. Okay, go back, do what? I'm in touch with some people who have gone back to India. India is not hip and happening, okay? And there are some others, oh, I'll go to US. And yeah, as it is, it's not opened, the borders. They're not welcoming immigrants and expats. And then even if you land there, there is unemployment hitting record levels. I don't know what the fuck are you going to do going abroad. All the best with that. Yeah. So I would tell you that where you are at the moment, do the best of that place. Do your best, work hard, network, prepare yourself. If you do not know how to network, okay, use contacts and influence. If you don't know that, then at least make yourself absolutely ready. Because remember, the first point of contact between you and the company is that document, which is a resume. So if you do not have networking skills, if you do not have contacts and connections, if nobody is answering your bloody emails which you're spamming the whole world, you need to change your strategy, right? Or pray to God. See if God moves the clouds and shows a miracle. What else to tell you guys? Okay, so this is what it is about road toll, Abu Dhabi's thing. Yeah, doctors being replaced. I spoke about it yesterday. Then jobs opening up, but at 20 to 40% lesser salaries for average jobs. Other jobs, good salaries. My friend himself got one. New jobs are coming up, but faster than that, old jobs are being replaced, especially big salaries. What else? Yeah, and start preparing for next year if you're targeting big companies, multinationals. Okay, they have already started their strategy. I'm in touch with a couple of them. So we are in talks just to see how, can figure out who's the right candidate. I have 2-3 of them. And yeah, that's about it, guys. If you have any information with regards to... Oh, yeah, one last thing. Just be careful of people sending you images and videos. Today, one guy, just now before the run, sent me a video of a building that was on fire. And then he sends me a YouTube video that shows, that twisted tower, no? That tower that goes this way, twists in Marina. He said, see, Lloyd, this amazing tower, it has caught on fire. So I checked. The fire video was a building in Sharjah, but this YouTube video was this Dubai-based tower. And then if you see the video, at the background there is people shouting Allah Akbar and Muslim Allah Akbar. Allah. The fact of the matter is that video, the dubbing, someone had done dubbing just to give Muslims a bad name. And he said, see, Muslims, they've set this tower on fire. They're all bloody rubbish. So just please verify what is being sent to you. Don't buy and believe in bullshit. Yes, so apart from that, need to start preparing because new clients are searching for new candidates for jobs. I'll be posting them very soon. Just get ready for it. And yeah, wish you all the best. You guys take care.
Why should I be given the job? Oh, because I have the right assets for the job.
Stop getting the wrong advice. Want a job in the Middle East? Contact Loy Macedo.